Saw Matt Devlin adjusting Leo Routen's tie and Sam Mitchell's tie, Jack Armstrong's tie, because those guys were very, very busy on Wednesday night. It was a massive day for the Toronto Raptors franchise.
That's right. The city, the franchise, had been waiting for their savior, past savior, to return.
Right, right. And to treat him with the respect he deserves for what he did for that franchise.
That's right, as Kawhi Leonard finally returned to Toronto.
Please welcome back Kawhi Leonard!
Of course he got a standing ovation, chants of MVP, then a fake cry with Kyle Lowry. Then he's like, here you go, here's your ring. His second championship ring. Yeah, the place went nuts for him. They love him. He will never be forgotten for what he did for that championship.
As for the game, not good for the Raps. Kawhi,
here's Kawhi,
the shooter's roll. Then Kawhi, beautiful pass to Ivica Zubac. Zubac, part of a 13-2 run for the Clips. Kawhi backing down OG Anunoby. The two very close, apparently. Kawhi 11 in the first half. Another former Raptor, Lou Williams, the reigning sixth man of the year, had an excellent game. 18 points. Clippers, 18-point lead at the half. Raps missing Fred VanVleet. It was a knee contusion. He's a friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. Another friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, Norman Powell. Open three. And the Raps kept it coming.
Up by Kyle Lowry as well, putting it right in his mitts. Back door, here you go.
Basket out to the rim. Gasol with eyes in the back of his head.
Raps cut the lead to 5 on a 19-6 run, but LA would answer with a 12-0 run of their own, including this Kawhi three-pointer. Clips had a 17-point lead after 3, and then in the fourth, another former Raptor, Patrick Patterson. He had 11, and then it's the two former Raptors hooking up, Williams to Kawhi. Kawhi just makes it look so easy, and one. Leonard, 23 points. Clips win by 20. Raptors have now lost 4 of their last 5 contests. Kawhi scoring 11 more points than he had against Toronto last month. As I mentioned, 23 points on Wednesday. The Clippers have now won both meetings with the Raptors this season. Here now is Kawhi on what is inscribed on the inside of his championship ring.
I have a logo in there, and it's on my middle finger, so it reminds me to put on my middle finger. So I have a like a FU symbol on there.
It was great. It was great, man. That was great. You know, it was well deserved. You know, he helped his franchise do amazing things, and he got his ring, and I think he was pretty happy with it.
Did you have a bet with him that he would shed a tear or something?
Nah, hell no. I think something flew in his eyes. Seriously. Seriously.
I was joking with him and just trying to showing him that the ring was nice, like it was shining too bright. You know, we started laughing. For me, as far as playing, you know, for the city, the chapter being kind of closed once I came over with the Clippers, but still love the city. You know, those guys on the team, the players, the coaching staff, I still have love for them, and I wish them the best.
Little thing about Jack and Leo, two basketball guys doing the best that they can.
Here they are, our good friends, Jack and Leo.
I love that song.
It is a great tune.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful voice on it, too. Gentlemen, the return of Kawhi Leonard obviously didn't go the way the Raptors wanted it to. But can you just first talk about the atmosphere in the building before the game? Because it looked like it was absolutely electric.
I thought you're right. I thought the atmosphere, Leo, was electric here. I mean, the fans were just so into it. Everyone was in the building early. And I thought it was a wonderful salute. and an appreciation for the great job that Kawhi Leonard did for the Raptors in his 1 year here.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, this is what I fully expected.
Totally.
As far as what Kawhi would get as a reception. I don't understand all the speculation leading up to this. Is he going to be booed or people going to be mad? Hey, come on, the guy brought a championship to Toronto. I think everybody showed him how much they appreciated it today. It was great.
Okay, let's get our hands muddy now. As the Raptors, they've lost 4 of their last 5. They're shooting just 27% from deep, 40% from the field over that span. Should we be concerned?
Wait, I got a question for you. What day is it today?
Today's
December 10th, 11th?
Yeah,
December
11th.
December 11th.
So it's not even mid-December? It's not even mid-December, right?
Right.
When's the season end? Mid-April?
April 15th. In Florida, by the way,
In
Leo.
Florida, there you go. Say, calm. Think about all the things that have been going on with this team. You know, guys out, you're playing without Kawhi now, guys in new roles, and just getting adjusted to that whole thing. You had a great start, maybe a little better than expected. Now it's a little worse than expected. It all works itself out, and I think the Raptors got a lot of young guys who are trying to plug in, but it's just a matter of getting your rhythm back, playing with that same energy and pop that we saw earlier.
You know, when I look at the Raptors, guys, in the first 24 games, the thing that jumps out at me that I love about them is when they really have that defensive mojo and they play with tons of energy. They don't get their personality from their offense. They get it from their defense. I think at times in this stretch here, they've allowed some of the poor offensive play to kind of creep into their defense. So against Brooklyn on Saturday night, they got to get back to being that hard-playing team that we saw in the third quarter tonight, that no matter what's going on the offensive end, they're still playing relentless D, and that will help their offense.
100%.
See, I should have expected that from Leo. If you follow him on social media, a glass is always overflowing. It's never half full, it's overflowing.
Hey.
Well, you know what? I'm not on social media. I love Leo, but I don't follow him.
Oh, wow. Andy doesn't give me any of his Christmas swag
I do hear, by the way, he likes to tan, though, at the pool.
He does
You do
like
hear
to
that.
tan.
You haven't seen my foot pictures.
Yeah. Well, listen, Leo, enjoy Miami, and Jack, enjoy the Miami of Western New York, Buffalo.
Yes.
I'm going to be at the Sabres Predators game tomorrow night, freezing my tail off in a hockey rink. I love it.
Boy, that sounds great.
Hey, one anthem game on Canadian soil Wednesday night in Montreal. I guess it'd be Canadian ice. Sens, Habs, this Ottawa club, they're spunky. Heck, in the past week alone, they beat 2 division leaders, Bruins and Oilers. While Montreal, it appears they've put the wheels back on. After losing 8 straight, the Habs have won 3 of their last 4. Their power play clicking at 40% over their last 4 games. First period, Habs power play. Max Domi, friend of SportsCenter with Jan Dan. Slap pass is deflected by Nick Cousins. Montreal's power play now at 50% since their winless streak ended. Pride of Belleville, Cousins 4th, opens the scoring 1-0 Habs after 1. Sends odd man rush in the second. Brady Tkachuk is stopped by Caden Primo. Primo making his second career start. His dad is former NHLer Keith Primo. That's him. He played 909 games. Another Sens rush. Primo stops Tkachuk again. Primo made 35 saves in this game. Still 1-0 Habs early in the third. Thomas Tatar. Shot. Beats Anders Nilsson. Went off Mark Borowiecki and in. Tatar's 11th. Habs have a 2-0 lead. A few minutes later, Sens power play. There's a loose puck in front of the Montreal net. Who finds it? Brady Tkachuk does, scores his 11th of the season. He had a great third period, Tkachuk did, midway through the frame. Incredible paddle save from Nilsson. Robs Ryan Paling point blank. A few minutes later, Tkachuk steals, and Connor Brown pots a rebound. Told you about Tkachuk's period. He has a goal and an assist and ties the game at 2. Late in the frame, Nate Thompson, short-handed rush. Overtime. A minute in. Sens turn it over in the offensive zone. Domi finds Ben Sherratt. Game ender. So Primo gets his first career win. Montreal now 4-1 since their 8-game winless streak ended. Primo's got to be happy.
Something you dream of, and
Just being able to get the first one with this group of guys it's been unbelievable. The guys have been amazing, and yeah, so it's definitely emotional and special.
Yeah, it's nice. He got the sword for player of the game, so I told him we probably have to share it, but no, he played great for us. He was you could tell he was a lot more comfortable, especially at the beginning than his first game, and you know, future looks bright for him. He's a big kid, and he moves well in the net.
Ben Sherratt has a terrific head of hair. These are the top two teams in the NHL standings, the Bruins and Capitals. David Pastrnak. What a snipe! 26 goals on the year. Beats Braden Holtby. That was real nice. Shortly after that, a fight?
We saw Wilson and Chara
Tom Wilson bumps it in Ochara.
How about a healthy cross-check?
They fall to the ice, then they get up. They're like, let's have a real fight. A real one. Dropping our gloves and things. Hitting each other in the face over and over. Dancing around and around. Until finally, Zdeno Chara, the former Prince George Cougar, will score the takedown. Good stuff. Second period, Caps man advantage, TJ Oshie. Initial shot is off the crossbar. Knocks home the rebound right there for his 6th power play goal of the year. And then Oshie with an absolute beaut. Dr. Mike Emmerich on the call. What a goal. And what? That's very Mario Lemieux-esque. And then this celebration I like a lot. Washington in front. Now we're tied at 2 in the third. The Swedish Nick Backstrom to John Carlson, who is having himself a season. 12th goal of the year, leads all defensemen. That would be your game winner. Caps have won 16 of their last 17 against Boston. And now I will appear on your television. Coming off an incident at last week's Hero World Challenge, in which he unknowingly improved his lie in a bunker, Patrick Reed has provided this week's President's Cup with a fun little storyline. That storyline? Everyone hates Patrick Reed. Reed not getting any love from fans in Australia.
In the bunker!
This one has started just a little bit left. I think it needs to go. And then stop.
I mean, come on, that's amazing, right? Reed and Webb Simpson lost their day one matchup. Tiger, he's captain, and he's the first playing captain since Hale Irwin in '94. Phil Mickelson, not on the team.
Someone's dealing with some serious FOMO.
Let's go USA.
Phil's really skinny. Just lost a lot of weight.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger playing with Justin Thomas at 4-ball. Someone dressed as Happy Gilmore. Tiger smile for the first time in years. Short par 4, first hole, 62-yard wedge.
Beautifully done here.
That would lead to an early 1-up lead. Now 2 up on 5, 2 up on 14. One of his 6 birdies. Woods and Thomas win 4 and 3.
Perfect speed.
As for the internationals, they had a Canadian on their team. Canadian Adam Hadwin. Playing in his second President's Cup, partnering with Sung Jae Im. 4th hole Hadwin, who already has 2 top 5s in this wraparound season. 15-footer for Bird to move 1 up. And now tied on 16 with a par putt to win the hole. Hadwin wins his first career President's Cup match, 1 up the final. The internationals lead 4-1 after day 1. If you want to continue to watch the President's Cup, you can do so on only one place. On only one place. Only one place. Day 2 is Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the foursomes competition. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to watch some excellent hockey on Boxing Day at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific? Well, join us here on Canada's sports leader for the 2020 World Juniors. Canada, America, they will battle!
Flyers and Avs, Colorado, just 1 regulation loss in 11 games against the East this season. First period. Mikko Rantanen. I just heard Chris Cuthbert. He's on the call of this one for NBC. Around Ivan Provorov, Gabriel Landeskog to Nazem Kadri. Kadri denied by Carter Hart. Kadri back after missing the last 3 games with a lower body injury. Less than 2 minutes later, Calle Rosen's shot goes off the post. Matt Calvert on the rebound. Beats Hart with the backhand. 1-0 Avs through 20. Second period. Oh, Chris Cuthbert. Carter Hart. Unbelievable stop. Robs Rantanen shortly after. Rantanen takes the feed from Nate McKinnon. Redirect. Goes low this time. Rantanen 7 points in 6 games since returning from injury. 2-0 Avs, early third. Kadri down low. Finds Rantanen side of the net. And he's got his second. Avs are 7-0-1 in their last 8, and they're now first in the Central as they jump ahead of the Blues. 20 wins now for the Avs.
They look very good.
They do.
Kadri fitting in well there, too.
Real good. You got short pants or just
you know what happened? They hiked up when I was sitting down. And then, I can't see him here. They hiked up when I was sitting down. And then, for some reason, I decided to wear light gray socks.
Yeah.
With a navy blue suit and black shoes.
So I don't know if they still call pants that look like that, but you say floods. You expecting a flood?
Yeah, I'm rocking the Max Kerman look here. Shout out to Max. The San Jose Sharks fired head coach Peter DeBoer Wednesday night. DeBoer was in his 5th season as head coach of the Sharks, had 1 year remaining on his deal. The Sharks 15-16-2. Their worst start under DeBoer as head coach. Bobby Boughner, the boogeyman, will take over as head coach.
Oh, tell us this new roster of
This
coaches.
is incredible because DeBoer's assistants were Steve Spott, Dave Barr, and Johan Hedberg. They were all fired as well. So here are the new assistants. Ray Summer, okay, wait. Mike Ricci.
Former Peterborough Pete.
And goaltending coach, Yevgeny Nabokov. Nabby!
Do you know, I saw a stat. Since the Red Wings' last win, there have been 5 coaches fired.
That is pretty incredible. A lot of turnover. Sharks getting a 7-game homestand Thursday against the Rangers.
More money handed out in Major League Baseball as Anthony Rendon has agreed to a 7-year, $245 million deal with the LA Angels. 2019 MLB leader in RBIs, leaving the World Series champion Washington Nationals. 29-year-old's coming off a career year with a 34 home run season, hit .319. So the Nats need a third baseman, and rumor is they might be going after Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, after his comeback year last year. Angels had 6 different third basemen last season with not great numbers, so this is a massive upgrade for them.
And they're finally getting good players around Trout.
That's right, yeah, surrounding Trout with someone good. They really wanted Garrett Cole, didn't happen for them. The Jays, though, they signed a pitcher.
Wow.
Tanner Roark. It's a 2-year, $24 million deal. Roark split last season with the A's and Reds, started 31 games, went 10-10, 4.35 ERA, not great. But he's made at least 30 starts in each of the past 4 seasons. The deal is pending a physical. His best year was 2016. He was 10th in Cy Young voting in 2016. So Jays are hoping for a return to form like that next year.
The Jays did something.
They did something. They were in on him, and then they actually signed him.
Hey, it appears Michael Bradley is not going anywhere. Toronto FC has called a media conference for Thursday where it is expected they're going to announce a new contract for Bradley. Reports indicate that Bradley will not sign as a designated player, so that gives TFC the option of signing another big money player. This guy loves Toronto.
Yeah.
He wants to finish his career there.
When they lost the MLS Cup to Atlanta FC.
No, it's Seattle. It was
Seattle.
in Atlanta, right?
It was in Atlanta, but it was Seattle. I knew it was something. As I was speaking, you know when you're saying something and you know it's completely wrong?
I know that well.
Anyway, he had, you could just tell because you knew the contract was ending, $39 million, 6-year deal expires at the end of this year. You just knew he wanted to come back. He essentially said he wanted to come back. You knew they were going to get this deal done. Josie Altidore, Alejandro Pozuelo, the other 2 designated players for TFC. Seattle. That's who they lost to.
Still to come.
The drive-through, top stories in sports from Wednesday night, where Kawhi Leonard received his NBA championship ring from the Raptors, and then his Clippers promptly beat Toronto 112-92. Kawhi had a team-high 23 points. Here are some nice words from Doc Rivers about the night festivities.
You know, he could get inside.
I thought what the Raptors did overall, like the video, the players coming out, all of them who played with them, that's the best that I've seen since I've been in the league. So, I mean, that's a really classy move by the organization and then by the fans as well.
It's nice to hear. The Habs beat the Sens 3-2 in OT. Ben Sherratt with the game winner. Caden Primo won his first NHL game, and Montreal's won 4 of their last 5. Caps beat the Bruins 3-2. TJ Oshie with a pair of goals. John Carlson with the winner. His 5th game-winning goal this year. He is now just one shy of the Caps' single-season record by a defenseman that I assume is held by Rod Langway.
Rockets and Cavs. James Harden entered, leading the league in three-pointers made, averaging 1 more than anyone else. After scoring 24 in the first half, third quarter, Harden drains the triple over Collins Sexton. Next trip, Harden again over Sexton again. Harden tying a career high and franchise record with 10 triples. Fourth quarter. Harden finally gets double teamed. Dishes to PJ Tucker. And boomer. I don't think he's expecting it. Cleveland goes the other way. They nail a 3. They went on a 24-0 run. They led by 9. The Rockets cut it to 1. Harden already was 48 points. And for the 11th time in his career, Harden reached the 55-point mark. Wow. Rockets survived the scare.
The Lakers have only lost once on the road all season, and it was at home. The opening game of the year against the Clippers. A game that had many asking the question, are the Lakers really that good? Since then, they've won 21 of their last 23 games, including 11 straight on the road. And they were on the road again last night in Orlando. First stop of a 5-game road trip. Danny Green finds Anthony Davis alone for the flush. Hey, Hound Dog, when are the Lakers in Toronto? When are we having Danny Green night?
Throw it down, Anthony Davis.
LA outscored Orlando 26-9 in the first. Third quarter, the full court lob, or as Dan likes to call it, the home run pass.
No, I say that's not that.
Oh, right. Dan hates when people say that. Next trip down, LeBron to Davis. March 24th will be Danny Green night. It'll be the same kind of pomp and circumstance as we saw with the Kawhi night on Wednesday. Dwight Howard doesn't like that. Jared Dudley, Wes Iwundu get ejected. Lakers have won 12 straight on the road. You're watching the Jay and Dan television program, brought to you by the Jay and Dan Craft Services table. Who wants lasagna?
Fresh.
And in San
Celtics and
Antonio,
Pacers.
hard to believe
Brad Stevens,
his 7th
high
year
praise
as the head
for
coach of the
Kemba
Celtics,
Walker.
280.
And Kemba was feeling it on Wednesday, second quarter. Hits the tough shot and the foul. I do love lasagna. And you know who else loves it? Garfield.
You know what's best? 18-hour aged lasagna.
It's nice. It allows all the flavors to combine. Nice assist there. Kemba to Jaylen Brown.
Out on a knee.
Gordon Hayward keeps getting injured. Here, it's like the Daniel Russo move. He had to leave. The hand to the face from Doug McDermott allows us to use our popular Sports Center with Jay and Dan catchphrase. That's using your face. Kemba airball. He had 44 points, and the Celtics lost.
Well,
Hawks and Bulls midway through the second. Chris Dunn gets a leg on a ball, and and this ball hits a broadcaster right in the face.
Is it Chuck Swirsky?
Vince Carter immediately calls for a trainer to come have a look at Hawks play-by-play man Steve Holman. And Holman took it off the nose. Let's hear this.
That's correct. See, his partner right now should get fined for allowing that ball to even get close to him.
I agree.
But your boy over here takes care of you. Look at his friend. His friend's over there saying, hey, look, man, I'm really sorry.
His friend's laughing.
Yeah, his friend. See, his friend, he's got the reaction of a 60-year-old boxer. See, me, I'm cat quick. I'd never let nothing happen to you like that. You've never taken a ball to the face, and I'd never let it happen. No, I protect you like the president.
Thank you.
No, I thought we were going to hear it, but I guess we didn't. Here we go.
Some Flexall 454.
You're thinking about that was blocked. That was so.
Hey, it's Kill broadcaster night. Look at that. It was an assassination attempt again. They tried to get you bumped.
Did you see the quick hand?
No, I
didn't. See, the Bulls commentators forced to put their money where their mouths were on the errant pass. Get their hands up just in time. Holman wondering where his help was from earlier.
That's going to lead to our top 10 broadcaster attempted murders. That's on Thursday's edition of Jay and Dan. But first, Hornets and Nets. Devontae Graham making an early case for most improved player. The Hornets were down by 16 in the third.
Graham handles it with 7 to shoot.
You love this court, eh, Tools?
Every time, it just grabs your attention.
It kind of does, Graham.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Yeah, it's like cream colored. Off-white?
Stat to illustrate how next level he's been.
It's like Cream City. Career high 40-point game. Charlotte gets the win on Old Creamy Court. Patriots owner Robert Kraft and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell met behind closed doors Wednesday regarding the filming of the Bengals sidelines by a team video crew. Here is Goodell on the investigation.
Ed, one of the things I've learned is you don't draw conclusions until you have all the information. So from our standpoint, I want to look at all the information. Once we have all the information, then we draw a conclusion. We're not going to draw conclusions along the way.
The football team, the football staff, and the coaching staff had nothing to do with what happened. Nothing. So we had no involvement in it. He was doing his job. That's what he was doing. He was doing his job. Like we all tried to do. That's what the football team, the football staff, and the coaching staff did last week, is try to do their job for Kansas City, and then Cincinnati, and then Buffalo next week, and that's it. So I just answered a question. That's it. We had no involvement in it. Zero.
Bill, have you heard from the league at all?
Yeah, I've told you everything. Mr. Kraft made a statement, team made a statement. That's all I need to add.
Have you reached out
Do not have anything to add.
Zach Taylor?
Do not have anything to add.
Oh, I guess he doesn't have anything to add.
That's the most I've ever heard him talk about something.
He's passionate about it.
Yeah, the Patriots have acknowledged that a 3-person crew producing a web series titled Do Your Job didn't properly inform the Bengals of the filming.
Like, even if that's all it was, that was just these guys doing a fun little doc, is that even a good idea? Like, when you, as an organization that has been caught cheating, and when you'd be like, you know what, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we do something different.
And don't shoot the opposing team for 8 minutes straight.
8 straight minutes. Week 15 of the NFL season kicks off with Thursday Night Football, the last Thursday Night Football game of the year. Dan, this is exciting because the Ravens are 11-2. The Jets have won 4 or 5. It's a pretty good matchup, and I will say this. It is our final Thursday night post-game show following the game. So you're going to want to join us on TSN and CTV2.
Akeem Aliou has revealed another incident of racism he faced while playing in the minors. In an article published in the Wall Street Journal, Aliou spoke about a team Halloween party he attended in 2011 while with the Colorado Eagles, then of the ECHL. Aliou states a club trainer dressed up as him, wearing blackface and an Afro-style wig. The trainer, who's still with their organization, has been placed on administrative leave. The team issued the following apology. Dear Mr. Aliou, as an organization, the discovery of this event deeply saddens us. Although we had no prior knowledge, that doesn't excuse or diminish the fact that this has hurt a fellow human being. Rest assured, our organization holds no ego too big or stature so proud that we are above apologies for any wrongdoings. As a family-oriented organization, we wholeheartedly seek your forgiveness and sincerely apologize. We are truly very sorry, and we also assure you that this behavior is not and never will be acceptable in our organization.
More details from the Wall Street Journal article. Akeem Aliou was told to arrive to the Halloween party late to set him up, and then the party laughed about the incident. They even made him take a picture with the trainer while the trainer was in costume. So, again, this is 2011.
Yeah.
This wasn't 50 years ago. So, brutal.
Patty Laine's 9th goal of the season was a thing of beauty, and it has the main talking point at Jets practice Wednesday following their 5-1 win over Detroit on Tuesday. Ooh, it's frigid outside the Sports Center with Jan Dan studios.
Here's John Morant. Everyone's talking about him, second overall pick. Booms his. Look at him leap.
For the right-hand slam.
So far, you would have to say the front runner for Rookie of the Year in the NBA.
Kemba Walker in transition. Throws the pass over his shoulder to Jaylen Brown. Looks back, sees him, says, you take this one.
We showed that earlier when we were talking about lasagna. Tiger Woods, little pit shot. Real nice. Then he says to his partner, Justin Thomas, you want to pick that ball up, please?
Green wedge and just throw it in the air every time.
This is a great save, great call by Chris Cuthbert. Carter Hart. Did you see that?
With another Save of the Year candidate.
Yeah, that is a Save of the Year candidate.
You know, say on Chris Cuthbert's tombstone?
What?
You saw that. I should have thought that through a bit more. Sends and Habs. Anders Nilsson. Great paddle save. So again, those Jannies are not good enough for highlight of the night. Not bad enough for worst play of the day. So I wonder what those worst play of the day and highlight of the nights are.
We're going to find out next.
It's the worst play of the day.
Musa handles
DeAndre
it.
Jordan is still in the NBA.
Jordan met Banker, no tip and goes.
It's the layup.
Charlotte.
A couple of Hornets go
That's
for the
when you know
rebound.
things are going your way. And Jordan will get credit for it.
Highlight of the night. TJ Oshie.
Then Verona, then back ahead for Kuznetsov.
Nice move past Carter Clifton.
Oshie nicely able to get by. He's gone.
Oh, that is a nice goal. I thought it'd be the Carter Hart save. That's still pretty.
That was a really nice goal. I vote for this.
Okay.
Because I love that celebration.
We both blew it. You said TFC lost to Seattle in Seattle. They beat Atlanta in Atlanta. Okay, I said TFC lost to Atlanta in the MLS final. They beat Atlanta in the East final and went to the MLS and I said
final
they beat Seattle in Atlanta. It made no sense. You said during the drive-thru, you said Rod Langway has the Capitals single-season record for game-winning goals by a defenseman. It's Kevin Hatcher.
Oh, Hatcher.
And we both blew it. We said Catherine McPhee won American Idol. She was the runner-up to Taylor Hicks. Was he the guy with the
he's
gray
the guy
hair?
Who looks a little bit like you.
No, he doesn't at all.
A little bit like Toolsy.
No.
You know when you're saying something and you know it's completely wrong?
I know that well.